Hello, Mr. Copper Thief.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very fine, thank you.
Um, alright, I'm just gonna ask you a few questions and you're gonna answer them to the best of your ability. Is that alright with you?
Alright. Yep, happy with me.
Alright. The first one I have is, do you think this community is worse or better than it was in 2025?
Hmm. Well, I mean, we peaked at like 2000, but I'd say worse, to be honest. I mean, we want like quality over quantity, so like less players means like a better community, to be honest. So yeah, just worse, to be honest. I mean, there's a lot of homophobic people and like, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, what do you think is your favorite community creation? This can be a movie, this could be, I don't know, anything.
I actually don't have favorites. I actually haven't like seen any of them. I mean, I I really I really haven't like played No Big Deal like for like before like I haven't been playing No Big Deal before like May of 2025. I just only started playing No Big Deal because it had like a different game to play. So yeah.
Yeah, alright. Do you think when you are playing, do you think you do more clean or dirty deals on average?
Huh. If any means, then Dirty Deal will just have to like just tell them that we had like fake cash and such. Clean, yeah, I respect clean deals. I don't shoot first. I shoot back if they shoot first. Yeah.
All right. What do you think is your favorite gun in the game?
Obviously the Kick 10. Kick 10 is probably good for like car shootings and such.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because most of the time I just hear people say like the Ural or the Ace or the
Yes,
the
I
Obama.
mean Euros. They're probably
Yeah.
picking them because they're too overpowered. I'd pick Kick 10 because I like the playstyle of it. I mean, I have used the car as a literal road killer, to be honest.
All right. Well, what do you think is your favorite and least part of the game? And
Urgh. Well, I mean, well, you got the homophobics. I'd say like the people who are like just weird out of like just the community, to be honest. Like people saying like homophobic stuff and such. I mean, this happened to me like on Saturday, like last that Saturday, and it was like very terrific. I didn't like it. I mean, I do know it was a rage bait, but still, I don't like rage bait. So yeah.
all right. Yeah. Personally, I haven't really seen a ton of discrimination. I guess whenever kind of a server gets too toxic or whatever, I mostly just end up leaving.
Yeah, I mean it was homophobia, so yeah. I
Yeah.
said I liked men, so yeah.
All right. If you could add one thing to the game, what would it be?
Well, they should they should probably like, I mean like, try to make the map like way like easier. I mean like make new like roads and such. Um, or like make the cars not like get that like laggy
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely noticed like a ton of and it's gotten better, but I feel like the cars have a ton of input delay lately, and that's
Yes,
kind of
they
screwed up a
do.
bunch of car chases for me. Uh, I feel like it's mostly a ping thing though. Like whatever I'm driving,
Yeah.
it tends to go pretty well.
But still, if you had like 5 members in a car and you had like 55 ping, you will still
Yeah.
get like heavy lag spikes.
Yeah. All right, and my last question is: do you swear your allegiance to Ultracorp under any circumstance
I
whatsoever?
do not swear allegiance to Ultracorp, actually. I don't swear allegiance to any company. I'm just on my own.
Okay. Um, would you mind standing up and coming with me, please?
Yeah, sure, certainly.
All right, next interview, please. Hello, Mr. Mossy Waffle. How are you doing tonight?
doing fantastic.
That's
I am
great.
doing so nice.
All right, I'm just gonna ask you a few questions, and you're gonna answer to the best of your ability. Is that all right with you?
Yeah.
Cool, cool. So, do you think this community is better or worse than it was in 2025?
I played like I think only the first half of 2025, and when I played in the first half of 2025, the game was mostly dominated by Russian people that didn't understand English. So to me, the game is better. The game for me is the best now that it has ever been, because on 18 plus, it's people that I can understand. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. What do you think your favorite community creation is? This can be a movie. This can be, I don't know, like just a campaign that somebody's doing. This can be act. I don't know, whatever.
I don't know actually. I can't think of anything. Maybe the tier list was made like a week ago.
On average, do you think you do more dirty or clean deals?
I try to do as many clean deals as possible. Yeah, but
All right.
that's not always possible.
What's your favorite gun in the game?
The snub, obviously. Who is not saying the snub?
Well, some of my other interviews say that the Euro is your favorite.
The Ural is a good gun. It is the best gun in the entire game.
Okay. What is your favorite and least part of the game?
What?
What is your favorite and least favorite part of the game and the community?
Ooh. Least favorite, the exploiters. This is a community. The exploiters, just the insufferable people.
Yeah.
Okay, do I still have to say most favorite?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know, man.
Alright.
Maybe gunplay. Maybe the people that actually are nice to speak to.
Okay. If you could add one thing to the game, what would it be?
Maybe. I forgot what. Okay. When you vote kick someone, some people just have like a script that just automatically vote kicks, no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a way to fix that is like a separate vote kick system that everyone can vote to kick at any, but it's not the same as the vote kick that just pops up when someone initiates it. And also maybe like, okay, you said one thing, but maybe also if you don't kill it. I forgot what it's called. If you don't kill people, then you get a bonus, something like that. So people stop dirty doing the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Do you swear your allegiance to Ultra Corp under any circumstance whatsoever?
No. Ultra Corp are terrible people. They use children to develop their game's code.
Jerry, could you escort this man at you so you may leave now?
Alright, thank you so much.
Well, it's been nice talking to you, and have a good next few minutes. See you later. Jerry,
Okay.
Jerry, get this man, please. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Zombie Killer 915. How are you doing tonight on this fine evening? Yes, you are Zombie Killer 915. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions, and you're gonna answer them to the best of your ability. Is that all right? Hello, Mr. Ultracorp's finest.
Hello there.
How are you doing? How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing quite well myself. It's been a rather breezy morning. What can I say?
All right. I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. You're gonna answer them to the best of your ability. Is that all right?
Of course, of course.
All right, cool. So do you think this community is worse or better than it was in 2025? This could be the server. This could be, I don't know. anything.
Personally, I prefer to kind of stay out of topics like this, but if I really were to share my 2 cents, I think we're worse. In my honest opinion. And I think that's mostly due to we're a lot more rabid than what we are now. Because a lot of us who are left, we're still quite a lot of the big fans of No Big Deal. We want to see the game succeed, but it's we're kind of constantly parading around a funeral all of this time. We're bringing up old drama, and we're bringing up the idea that the game is dead or asking when updates are. It's not exactly a very welcoming place for newcomers, as I would say.
Yeah. All right. What do you think is your favorite community creation, or just anything that community's done, just in general?
Stuff that the community's done.
Just
My
do
big
like that.
vanilla pick for this whole thing, very controversial, I know. It's going to be Zaiden's work. Absolutely his work.
Which one?
What he has contributed to the game, and the fact that he's now working on the game partially, is incredible, to say the least. There is nobody who captures No Big Deal's spirit more than that man.
Alright, cool. Crap, I closed the door. Alright. Do you think, on average, when you're playing the game, do you do more dirty or clean deals? You think?
I think everybody knows it by now, but I am the cleanest dealer to roam the streets of San Rosa. If I try to keep my hands clean, I will keep them as clean for as long as possible.
Alright. What do you think is your favorite gun in the game?
Ooh, my favorite gun. Are we including testing weapons or removed guns, added guns, everything, or just ones that are currently public?
I mean, you could pick one for both, I guess. What's your favorite testing gun? What's your favorite public gun?
My favorite testing gun is absolutely the Strikeout. I know it's quite bad, but the idea of a fully automatic shotgun just being used for, you know, the giggles is really funny.
Yeah.
But as for my actual favorite gun, although I don't buy it very often, I still have such a soft spot for the Kick 10. Just something about the gun and its history and how much I've used it kind of had a little, you know, it's a little lock to my heart, I would say.
Alright, cool. What do you think is your favorite and least part, or sorry, favorite and least favorite part of the community in the game?
My favorite part absolutely has to be the 18 plus community. Like, because a lot of the people who I have been, like, fortunate to spend a lot of time with in my year in the No Big Deal community, a lot of them have actually returned after taking quite a long break and are now situated quite heavily inside of the 18 plus community. I'm sure you know, like, I think, I can't remember what his name is now, but it's like John Hortzwegel. That's Elox.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
just him under an alt account, and it's like kind of funny to see a lot of my old friends who I used to run with back when we used to run as squads, all re-emerging. But for my least favorite part of the community, I would say it's the people who they tend to like see the numbers of the game a bit too much. This is kind of like a bit of a picking your poison. I'm going to take this answer in like two ways: one for the game side of things and one for the community. Like the people who just tend to just see it as a numbers game and just try to go like, let's maximize profit, let's kill everybody, take everything, even if it gives us like $500.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It takes away a spirit of the game that is fundamentally a part of it, and it leaves the game feeling soulless. But for the community, I'd say it's the people who keep trying to realize that No Big Deal is bigger than the sum of its three components, which are the three major dramas that keep getting regurgitated over and over and over again. It feels like we can't do anything without somehow managing to walk down the same road to the slaughterhouse. It's not fun, but I think it's time the No Big Deal community, in good, honest words, grow up and move on.
Alright. You know what? That's fair. And I think with the first one, I kind of agree. That's why I don't really like the existence of the Wednesdays just having no objective. Because I feel like you could definitely tell, you know, who those people are who just see the numbers and everything. Like, they're always either super chill or they always end up with everybody dead. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, if you could add one thing to the game, what would it be?
I've said this for a good while. One that I was originally going to say, but now that I know is coming to the game eventually, maybe it's coming in the next update, who knows, diving. Just more movement mechanics, I think, is quite interesting. Nothing good. I would want diving to be like, it ragdolls you, you break windows, it's completely useless, and using it in, apart from like a few niche circumstances, will leave you worse off than better.
Yeah.
But, gameplay-wise, I want more props. I want stuff that does nothing. Like themed props from different locations just kind of add to the roleplay element of the game. Like going to maybe staging and finding like a box of movie props. And like being able to carry around like a fake camera or a boom mic or something like that. Just go around filming things and stuff like that. Picking up the newspapers at Bergman. Checking financial reports at Halfwell. Picking up a motor iron or like a car wrench over at Yorimoto. Something like that. Just something to kind of make the game feel more alive, but not from a subjective and objective gameplay purpose. It's just there for the fun of it. If you don't want to engage with it, don't do it. And I know this kind of sounds harkening back to what the developers said and when I interviewed them. It might end up becoming, this kind of sounds a bit like I can't remember what they called it, but I always refer to it as the Boar Island, where one person for Bulwark kept suggesting like crazy things like, we gotta go boar hunting, we gotta get like sewing and clothes, but it's all gonna be on a separate island, so if you don't want to touch it, you don't have to.
Yeah.
It might end up just as one of those.
Honestly, I kind of, disagree with that being kind of the Boar Island thing, because what that one kid was suggesting was basically just a completely separate game in Bulwark. But I don't know, just having random stuff around the map could be cool, yeah. And my last point is, wait, hold on, actually, I do have one more question for you specifically.
Go on.
You have the whole. What do you think your kind of VHS series has, or how do you think it's impacted the game and the community?
That's a really deep question, especially for me. Because for me, it's given me a sense of leverage, not in like a malice sense. It's leverage in the fact that I now have responsibilities, and I understand that while a lot of the things in the community aren't viewed on. So like, for example, some people are not going to go in and they're not going to see patch notes or things like that, or they're not going to see how the game is truly meant to be played at like a semi-advanced level. It's just kind of meant to kind of bring new people in, but it's also because it's a really cool idea. But for the impact it's had on the community, I'd say when the first 3 came out, because I was on a pretty hard streak back then because I had no external responsibilities at the time, because it was the peak of summer last year. But it had such a huge impact on the community. I saw people engaging in strategies that I have talked about, people trying new strategies that were shown, people thinking about the game a little more logically rather than just shooting to kill, as one would put it. And it's incredible to see how much love and attention the series gets as well, to the point where I don't think I deserve it. I'm incredibly grateful to have the community that I do. And despite me not uploading and going on like couple-month hiatuses between uploads, it's still incredible to see people who will still watch me and still look for content and ask for content. Because although I'm not churning anything out at the moment, it gives me a reason to come back, because I know there are people waiting.
Yeah. Kind of building off that, if you were to make another VHS video that's not like, would you think it would be a remaster or like a new topic? And if so, what would that topic be?
Technically I have plans for 2. Well, a remake, which was going to be a remake of the first one, because we're coming up on about over 6, maybe 8 months on the first deal making a new video.
Yeah.
And I feel like enough about the game has changed fundamentally to the point the objectives have changed, what you do is changed, how payouts work are completely changed, items changed. But it's also an excuse for me to go back and trim down the fat of what the first video was, while trying to keep the essence. Because the first video was 20 minutes long, and I think for new players that's quite difficult to sit down and watch 20 minutes of a tutorial for a game, even if it is stylized. But for new videos, if the map expansion comes out, I am firmly within like a week making a, unless I'm like off doing something that's completely out of my hands, I'm making the map video. I'm making episode 5 of the VHS series. If it doesn't, I will make a gadgets and doodads video where I go over all of the items on how situations and how you can use them. Because I feel like a lot of people gloss over like laser pointers and pages by just thinking they have simple uses. There's a way to codify things like this to make it interesting to use and to make levels of play that, although they have higher investment, I think it's more fun to play with.
Alright, and my final question is, do you swear your allegiance to UltraCorp under any circumstance whatsoever?
I already gave myself a blood pack when I signed in. I had to do a blood donation to Chia, Azzy, and Gunrak, and I think Terrence bit me one time, so...
this is classified information, you keep saying this stuff while I'm not...
Yeah, this is relatively important, but, you know, I think I've risen high enough in the UltraCorp ranks to, they won't get rid of me so easily.
I know, but the public still can't.
I'm loved too much by the people for them to get rid of me so easily.
Alright, well, that's, this has been a nice interview, nice, getting to know you and stuff, and your insight on the gaming community, and I will see you later. You may leave for now.
Yes, of course, right, thank you.
No problem.